high-speed, energetic dance in the sky. Here he is, Vermont's own Dan Marcotte.
That's the sound of 300 plus horsepower as he rolls the airplane to inverted and is pushing around the turn. That's doing it the hard way. All the blood going to his brain. He's going to get set up and he's going to bring that ultimate around. This is based on a highly modified Pitts Special. And it is called the Ultimate. Coming in from the right, smoke is on. 300 plus horsepower in the cowling, all pulling in the same direction. Here's Dan Marcotte, the Ultimate. 4G pull onto the vertical. Look at the roll rate on this airplane as the airspeed bleeds off. Whoa, he's flat off, kicks that rudder hard. Now he's going down. And he's going to pull out right after a nice gentle 4G pull. Dan Marcotte and the Ultimate. Coming up back over the top, rolls it, and now rolls the airplane again into a series of inside step rolls. Continues on a 45-degree down line and pulls up hard back to the vertical, but holds the pull and rolls out of it at the top. That's an implement. Continues to roll the airplane around, demonstrating that 400-degree per second roll rate. That's right, almost a roll and a quarter every second with that stick hard over. Onto the vertical again, hanging from the belts right there. Continues to hang from the belts as he comes down. Oh, there's the push. A little bit more blood going to his brain. Any kind of outside maneuver like this outside loop that he started. Whoa, very painful. A half outside loop with an inside stamp on the top of it. Very, very difficult maneuver to do. Back onto the vertical again. Coming around through the top. Whoa, look at how crisp this airplane rolls. There's 4 points of a 4-point hesitation roll. Unbelievable snappiness on that airplane. Rolls the airplane around there out to our right. He's going to bring her back in just a moment. He's got to do a little repositioning, and I know I'd want to regain my composure after that series of maneuvers. Coming back around from the right. Smoke is on, rolling the airplane around. Remember, 400 degrees per second roll rate on this Ultimate. Straight and level, but there's the pull. Onto the vertical. Rolls it to knife edge. Let's keep an eye on what he's going to do. Whoa, babies. Right into a torque roll, right at the top of all that. And is heading back toward the ground now. 4G pull, continues the 4G pull up onto a vertical line going straight up toward the very friendly clouds. And kicks that rudder hard. Boy, that thing comes around nicely. Back to straight and level again. And back up onto the vertical. You can see this airplane is very responsive. Whoa, outside snap roll. Very rare maneuver done in the airshow circuit. The difference between an inside and an outside snap roll is that when an inside snap roll is being done, it rolls around the top of the wing, the top wing of the airplane. An outside snap roll rotates around the landing gear. Onto the vertical again, a 45-degree upline. Rolls the airplane inverted. Pulls through this time for a reverse half-human 8. Rolls at the knife edge. For a little bit of a forward pass there, so we roll back the knife edge back to inverted. And now he pushes a little bit. Because of the way that we are built, when you are pulling versus pushing, your body can withstand the pulls better than it can the pushes. That's the difference between positive and negative G's. A positive is a pull maneuver. A negative is a push maneuver. The only thing holding Dan Marcotte in the cockpit of that airplane are the seat belts and shoulder harness. Back to straight and level as he brings the airplane around, demonstrating the slow rolling capabilities. Look at him crank it up. He started slow and finished fast as he goes back onto the vertical again. Rolls it a quarter roll to the right. As the airspeed bleeds off, he pushes it over. It's called the Humpty Bump. And brings the airplane back around the straight level once again. Onto the vertical, quarter roll there. Whoa, look out, he's going to kick that tail of the airplane, rolling it over. A series of vertical rolls right at the top of that. Rolling the airplane around after a half-cubic 8 turnaround. This is Dan Marcotte. Back onto the vertical again. Taking it pretty easy with the airplane. This thing is stressed for plus or minus 10 times the force of gravity. Big old barrel roll out there for Dan Marcotte. Dan today you're going to see Dan put this airplane up to +7 and -6 G's. There he is hanging by the prop. It's the torque roll. The airplane is sliding back on itself. And there was the whip stall, which is the fun part of the airplane as it swap ends on the way down. Throttle cranked up slowly, rolling the airplane over. He's doing what appears to be a rolling circle to the left. The idea is to roll the airplane while doing a circle. He is rolling to the left while turning to the left, and notice he broke it off as soon as he faced the crowd. The FAA states that no pilot shall demonstrate aerobatics with energy directed toward the crowd. Coming over the top, Dan Marcotte and the ultimate biplane. Now you can fly over the crowd as long as you are non-aerobatic. You have to be in straight and level flight to do that. You cannot be doing aerobatics inside or barnstormer loop there, courtesy of Dan Marcotte and the ultimate biplane. Rolls the airplane inverted, hanging by the belts. Oh, there's another push maneuver. All that blood going to his brain. That's about -4 G's, -4 G's, forcing all the blood into his brain. That is a very hard way to turn an airplane around. When you're pulling, all the blood goes to your feet. When you are pushing, all the blood goes to your brain. Oh boy. That's a guaranteed instant death. Brings the airplane around from Airshow Center back onto the vertical again. Waiting for the airspeed to bleed off. Waiting for the rudder kick, which will happen right about there. Hammerhead stall turn. Going to reposition himself. Turn himself and the ultimate biplane back around here. There you go, knife edge photo flash. Beautiful paint job on this airplane, and it shows up so nice on today's sky. By the way, many of the entry speeds that you see Dan Marcotte using out here as he goes into his maneuvers is in excess of 250 miles per hour. And there's Dan Marcotte going by straight level. Dan Marcotte with the ultimate biplane. Goes back up onto the vertical here. He's going to turn the airplane around and bring it back, so that all of you can get a good look at this ultimate biplane. Oh, look at this. He turns the airplane around, chops the power on it, skidding her sideways. Here comes the landing with Dan Marcotte. Oh, man, he makes that look so easy. Beautiful three-point landing with the ultimate biplane.